and public speaker. I am the voice for those who suffer in silence. It is indeed a blessing to be here with you tonight, as tonight our topic is about tomorrow. So we're going to talk a little bit. Tonight about tomorrow, and I'll explain a little bit more about that as first, I need to do a little housekeeping here tonight. The topic tonight, if I had a product or service that would go along with our topic tonight, it would be my book, Time to Talk. My book, Time to Talk, is a book that not only talks about the components of what leadership looks like, or what we can do with our finances, but it also talks about life and death. It talks about the preparations and the steps that you can take today to prepare for a better tomorrow, to prepare your family legacy, to prepare to make sure that your family and that your household is taken care of on tomorrow. So my product, Time to Talk, is a product that would go along with the topic that we have tonight. So if you don't already have that book, you can click the link in the description box, or you can click the link there in the comment section, and you can grab a copy of the Time to Talk, and plus other books that I have available there on my Amazon page. Okay, so you can just click that link and it takes you right to all my products and services that I have available. Not only that, I am accepting bookings for the 2021 upcoming year. So if you have a women's event or a business event and you would like to talk with me about how I can help make your event just a little bit better, I would love to be considered and have that conversation with you to see what we can do together to make your event go off with a blast. That's not only on-site live events, but also virtual events and radio station podcasts and things of that nature as well. So I am accepting those bookings for the 2021 year. Hey, Shondell, how are you tonight, darling? So guys, nonetheless, don't forget to like and share these videos when you log on with me. We talked a little bit about last night how we can be helpers of one another and how we provide service to one another. And one way that you can help make what I do just a bit better is to like and share these videos, to send me a shout out for when you're watching. Let me know that you're here, and to just engage with me as we talk about the topics from night to night. Also, don't forget, if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I am still making transitions with this platform, and so that way you stay in the know with where I am and what I have going from there. Nonetheless, guys, let's talk about tomorrow. Guys. And this topic, it just hit me all of a sudden. All of a sudden, it just came to me about tomorrow. You know, we live each day as if we have the whole world every day mapped out right in front of us. And it's because we make plans. It's because we set goals. It's because we're constantly thinking about tomorrow. And then I got to thinking, you know, I have a cousin right now today who is not very old, but she doesn't have her right mind. The mind that she had yesterday or years past, she doesn't have today. I would say that some days she may not even know who she is. Then I look and I see I have an auntie who I love and who does not have her right mind. From one minute to the next, she may not even know who I am. And so it just gets me to thinking, guys, that even if we live to see tomorrow, we don't know what tomorrow looks like for us. And so there is some preparation and there is some planning that must take place on today. There are some things that we have to set in motion today, which is the time that we know we have, the time right now, the breath we're breathing right now. We don't know what that's going to look like on tomorrow. So it's so important that we consider hey, Rita, how are you, baby? It's good to have you with me tonight. So we must set things in place today. We must be productive and do all we can today because we don't know what tomorrow is going to look like. Makes sense, doesn't it? Many times we're planning. Hey, Brittany, how are you, love? We're planning for tomorrow. We're planning what we're going to wear tomorrow. We're planning what we're going to eat tomorrow. We're planning where we're going to go tomorrow. We're planning our checklist for tomorrow, checking off things about. But what about today, guys? What about today? Think about what you've done today. That even if tomorrow you don't have your right mind, even if tomorrow all hell breaks loose in your life, what do you have set in place? What have you planned? What have you petitioned God for today? That regardless of what tomorrow looks like, that you and your family are going to be okay. Because there's more about tomorrow than just looking good. There's more about tomorrow than just feeling good. There's more about tomorrow than taking this old mind that we have for granted. And I know that we do. There are some things we do to our bodies and to our minds that alters the senses in our minds, and it alters the way our body is able to maneuver and move about, that we've taken so for granted that one little breath, one little thing, one little opposition, one little tragic event can change the whole dynamics about everything within our tomorrow. Let's see. Shondell said, set things in place today and we don't know what tomorrow will bring. And that's so true. And we're not just talking about death, guys. You know, death it does not sit in tomorrow for all of us. You know, some of us, we're going to live for years down the line. But either way, we don't know. But what does that life look like if we don't have our right mind? What does that look like tomorrow if we don't have a job or we don't have resources to take care of our families? What have you done today to prepare for that? What do you have set in place today to prepare for whatever tomorrow looks like? You know, we could wake up and a sickness could attack us. We could get in our vehicles and an accident down the road. We can consume some substance that we consume from day to day, and it just alters our life just like that. There's so many things that are unknown about tomorrow. And yet we make plans for tomorrow as if it's promised, or if we're taken right now for granted. So guys, I want you to think about tomorrow. I want you to think about tomorrow. Think about every possible scenario, good or bad, what that looks like. And what you would hope for your family or for your legacy in the event that something negative or something adversely happens. And you know, we don't like to think about the negative, but the way to prepare, the way to be certain that we've done absolutely everything we have and needed to do today, have it set in place for tomorrow, we have to think about those things. We have to think about what if something happens tomorrow that alters my ability to get up and go to work? What if I wake up tomorrow and I'm not in my right mind? What if I wake up tomorrow and it started off okay, but then suddenly an accident or something and it changes the whole dynamics of my life? What do I have set in place? Who's set to take care of me? Who's going to take care of my estate or my affairs? You know, that is something that we could always be thinking about. Hey, Linda, how are you, babe? There's something for us always to think about. Not just about what we're going to eat, not just about what we're going to wear. You know, it's one thing that I believe, that my creator, he's going to make sure all those things that I consume my mind with from day to day, he's going to make sure that's taken care of. But there's some things I need to do in my today. There's some things that I need to put in place in my today, that in case things don't go the way that I think they could go on tomorrow, that my family don't fall apart, or that my legacy doesn't stop with me, or that my family can eat for another day, or that those bills will still be taken care of for another day. Y'all get the gist of what I'm saying? You get the gist of what, because we could be here, but without a good mind, where does that leave us? With an act leaves us vegetated and we're still breathing, where does that leave us? Not only financially, but physically, emotionally. There's so many dynamics in tomorrow. For those young parents out here with young kids, where did that leave you? If something happens to you, what happens to your babies? Don't you want to have a say in those things? Those things are important. And it's one thing to have a conversation with somebody and say, hey, if something happens to me, you make sure my baby girl is taken care of. But it's another to get some documents and some papers and some insurance and some benefits set in place. That's when you're being proactive about tomorrow. Not saying that we want anything to happen. Not saying that we want and expecting things to happen. But this is the way life is. And there's so many things about life that is so uncertain that if we're not proactive, if we're not intentional today, it's going to affect everything about tomorrow. So I know somebody is saying, man, Anntricia, where is the encouragement in this word? The encouragement is, because you're here listening to me tonight, because you're here listening to me on the replay, because you're here listening to me on SoundCloud or YouTube, because you hear my voice right now in this moment, you still have hope. You still have time to get something in place. Because whatever your tomorrow looks like, it's solely dependent on the things that you do today. It's dependent on it. It's dependent on it. So again, I hope that each of you guys have had a wonderful day with family and friends. I hope that if you don't already have a copy of my book, Time to Talk, that you get that copy. Get that copy. It will take you step by step in everything that you need to do to prepare on whatever it is about tomorrow that you haven't taken care of and set in place for you and your family. You're worth it. And not only that, your family is worth it as well. I am your host, Anntricia Bray Smith, author, educator, and public speaker. I'll see you tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube Live. Again, I'll see you tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube Live. Good night, everybody.